Hello, 8th graders. You're making a little bit of history today. Let me tell you why I know that. I'm an archaeologist and a historian by training, and I'm currently serving as Arizona State Historic Preservation Officer, a job which allows me to work with communities across the state to help them plan for the future by preserving the important places of the past. When I was invited to give this speech, I wondered if maybe I should draw upon my work in the field of history. History has patterns, or you may be more familiar with the phrase, history repeats itself. However, I thought I'd tap into a more personal well of experience and speak to you as the parent of an 8th grader who himself will be making the transition to high school next fall. At a recent family dinner conversation, the discussion inevitably led to our plans for this summer. We wondered if we would be able to take our annual trip to California and speculated about what week in August school would be starting up. Then my son asked, "Do you think we'll even be back to school in August?" As a parent, I had to confess that I didn't have the answer to this basic question, one that in the past would not even have crossed our minds. By now, you must have heard more than one adult saying, "We are living in extraordinary times." And yes, this is true. But I think more so than extraordinary, we are living in times that are marked by an unprecedented level of uncertainty. History can instruct us on how a pandemic may play out. For instance, we know that the 1918 Spanish flu came in waves. As such, we can predict that even after this first spike of infection ebbs, there's likely to be another. However, the 21st century has dramatically changed the context in which this virus operates. We have much more sophisticated medical technology and research capability. With our sophisticated communications, we're able to share information globally and in real time. Our advances give us hope, but also make history an uncertain guide. The truth of the matter is that there's so much that we simply do not know. And this is what distinguishes your path from your parents', and maybe even your grandparents' path. You are dealing with an uncertainty at the most basic of levels. Can I go back to school in August? When will be the next time I see my friends? High school is a big transition. For many of you, it means new schools, new teachers, new peers, and a whole new dynamic being the youngest one on campus. Not to be able to properly plan for this transition is tough. But you are tougher. I know this because I've been watching you. I've been watching you pivot to online learning platforms with an adeptness that is enviable by us adults who are struggling with VPNs, Zoom conferencing, and overflowing email inboxes. I've watched you using technology to hold virtual lunches with your schoolmates, and I've seen you in the neighborhood social distancing on your bicycles. I see you working with your scout troop on your merit badges over Zoom, and I see you using all of your at-home time, your new learning skills, such as sewing, woodworking, drawing, and painting. I see you, and I wonder how this crisis is shaping you, because it is shaping you. These years, these early teen years, are years of discovery. And I'm not talking about trips to Machu Picchu, that type of discovery. I'm talking about the internal journey of discovering who your true self is. What makes you tick? What sparks your interest? How are you similar or different from the people who raised you? And again, I go back to the notion that you are different from the generations that have come before, because you're not merely just a product of the times. You are a product for the times. You are resilient. Resilience. It's more than just an SAT vocabulary word. It's a quality of character that allows us to withstand uncertainty, to roll with the punches, and to adapt our social and learning frameworks to ensure that the important work of living gets done. Resilience explains how the arrow, when knocked back in the bow, will propel itself forward. Resilience is the reason why the desert cactus can persist through the long, dry months of winter and still produce a bloom. And resilience is the quality that will allow you to weather the uncertainty of the months ahead. So now the question I pose to you is, how will a generation, your generation, that has cultivated resilience, draw upon this quality to take all of us forward into the future? It's a simple enough equation. It's so simple, I wrote it down. Let's see if I can get this here. Resilience plus uncertainty equals opportunity. Are you taking notes? One day, hopefully soon, we will be back to normal. But as many will no doubt tell you, this normal will not be what was. It will be something new, something different. And I'll confess something to you. For many of us adults, that new normal will be scary. Many of us have not cultivated the quality of resilience that will allow us to generate the new ideas, the innovation that the new normal will require. History's provided plenty of examples of how the new normal that developed out of crisis was characterized by dramatic advances in arts and sciences, such as that seen in the Italian Renaissance, the Roaring Twenties, the Jazz Age. History teaches us that change is inevitable and necessary, and that periods of discomfort and unrest are often followed by rebirth. With this crisis, you've been given an awesome opportunity. Not only are you in the right place, you're in the right time to use this uncertainty. Make it part of your journey. As you embark on this next chapter of your education, you can draw upon the resiliency you've developed and navigate the road ahead with confidence and aplomb. You will be the first cohort to begin high school in the post-COVID world. Over the next 4 years, opportunities will abound for you to make meaning out of this crisis and use the technologies and strategies we've all learned in novel ways. As you cultivate your interests and discover your talents over these next 4 years, you will chart a path forward that will transform this world for the better. Even in this time of uncertainty, of this I am certain. Congratulations, class.
We stand here today as the graduating class of 2020.
Dun, 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 dun,
We are living through an extraordinary time, to be sure.
dun, dun, dun.
We are so proud of you.
We are with you.
Welcome to the beginning of the next chapter of your life adventure.
The world needs your talents and your leadership now more than ever.
I cannot wait to see your greatness.
We're going to come out of this crisis stronger together.
You are a product for the times.
Go toward yourself.
Bloom where you are planted.
Change is good.
It's going to be okay because you are enough.
You can have an effect.
Go out and rock this time.
Focus on leaving our community a better place.
You've got this. Be brave.
Embrace today.
Please remember to vote.
Muchísimas felicidades a la clase de graduados de 2020.
Can't wait to see what you do.
Cheers to the graduating classes of 2020.
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Mazel tov.
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
We celebrate you!